Hi friends, welcome to It's Time to Grow Up. It's finally here, this podcast I've been talking about for the past 3 years, so thank you guys so much for all your patience and support, and honestly for being on my ass, because I've been meaning to put this out for a while, but you know what? Timing is everything for me, and it just wasn't right the last couple of years, so here we are now. It's finally here. So let's get into it. This podcast is exactly what it sounds like, and I'm sure we've heard the saying one time or another, but someday, yes, we do need to grow up. And I know that's definitely something that I heard a million times as a child, but I was a badass kid, so there's that. Anyways, to everyone listening in, friends, family, and everyone else in between, this is a podcast that brings you a glimpse of what it's like to grow up. I think it's pretty obvious that everyone has their own story to tell, although in a way they're all the same, they're really not. And I'd really like to share everyone's experiences that I come across because they're all unique and peculiar. This podcast is a safe space to discuss our life experiences, uncomfortable topics, and anything else that comes to mind. We're going to be discussing and sharing personal experiences surrounding all the things we go through in this process of becoming a so-called adult. I really like to focus on the topic of finding a career. That was one of the main reasons why I started this podcast. I wanted to explore the options that we have growing up. I know for a fact when I was younger, I struggled with that a lot, and I would like to introduce everyone else's experience to see if maybe it will help someone else one day. But I'd also like to talk about home life as a child, or maybe what it was like the first time you fell in love. My goal here is to bring you to the present and to introduce you to the idea of Sonder. If you don't know what that is, Google's a thing. Please look it up. If not, I will be going into it in the first episode anyways. So whether you're in your mid-20s, in your 40s with it all figured out, or even in your early teens trying to understand the world around you, I think we can all learn a little something from someone you'd call a stranger. So I invite you to listen in on It's Time to Grow Up, and for all of you who are new to this podcast to come along this journey of what we call a lifetime. Thank you again so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to hear from you all.